Chosen seed. You see, I was sitting down in nature and it came to my soul. I was saying to myself, how comes all of these beings, these great people, some of these people these characters in the Bible, why is it that we can't see these people and know how these people look? Same as how we know how Marcus Garvey look. We know how presidents and all these other beings look. And you think that this is a coincidence? You think it's a coincidence that these history and these history, you think it's a coincidence that these people, you think it's a coincidence that we can't look at them and know that that's that person? All these beings, especially these beings that characterize in the Bible, they are so famous. Their names is all over the world, but yet still nobody knows how they look. Why is that? No, they tricked us and tell us that, oh, we didn't have technology. Oh, we didn't have cameras, we didn't have phones. And for a while, the chosen believed them. For a while, we said, oh, it's true. Technology wasn't in. They had us fooled. Even I was fooled. But for how long? All it had to do is just for us. All it has to do is just for me and the rest of chosen seeds to be awakened. Because all these truths are within us. You see, I want to ask these beings a question. Because it came to my spirit about the pyramids in Egypt. And I went on Google and I typed in the pyramids. And when I typed in the pyramids, two things came to my mind. It's either these pyramids that they're showing us is created by some genius on a computer, or if it's not that and it's the real thing, those images I saw, it could never be created by a man with bare hands. Because you see, the Matrix taught us or made us believe that there was nothing. You know what I mean? The Matrix made us believe that there was nothing. There was no inventions. There was no. There was no. You see. I gotta let you know, everything was already existed. Everything was already in existence. Remember that the system, the Matrix, there are thieves. There are robbers, physically and spiritual robbers. They robbed us of our knowledge. They robbed us of our inventions. They robbed us of our riches. You see, don't ever think that these gadgets now that we see now in the 3D, don't ever think that these gadgets are just created. No. Don't you know that nothing is new under the sun and the moon? Things are always inventing. Things were always inventing. Look at the pyramids. Bare hands couldn't build such structure. That means they had tools, and they had perfect tools to make those things. You see, creation was always going on. Physically, things were always building. Phones was always in existence. Satellites was always in existence. All these things were in existence from those days till now. But you don't know it, and you don't believe it so, because the system hide away all these things and put a timeline on these things. So you come to an understanding where they tell you that, oh, the first vehicle was made in such and such a year, and the first phone was made in such and such a year. It's a lie. Things are always creating, things are always inventing. You see, I have to give thanks to the Most High Mother and Father. I give thanks to my spiritual team, because they downloaded this message in my soul. Matter of fact, it was already in my soul, just for me to tap into my higher self, because all this information are in our Akashic records. Don't ever be fooled, chosen. They tricked us and tell us that if they want to send a message, they have to use a bird. And I know right now, if I get a bird, if it's a dove or I get a pigeon and I write a letter and put it on that bird will never deliver that letter. Because a bird was meant to fly and do its duty. A bird wasn't meant to carry a letter to from one person. That's a lie. I don't even believe that rubbish. I don't deal with belief. I know that is rubbish. Birds are messengers. And if a bird should bring a letter to someone, that's stupidness. A plane is taking 9, 10, sometimes 15 hours to reach at another destination. Imagine a bird flying from one country to another country. You don't ever... Come on, chosen. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. Birds are messengers spiritually. So I know that birds deliver message spiritually. I know I'm not gonna get up in the grand rising or in the night and see a bird fly by my window with a letter in his foot. No, that's an illusion. That's what they want us to think. It's the same way they want us to think that we are the only people existing. As a chosen seed growing up as a little boy, I felt that I was the only one existing. And I thought that we were the only people existing. They told us that, oh, Pluto is too cold. Oh, Mercury is too hot. Oh, Venus doesn't this and Venus doesn't that. They're liars. All those planets are dimensions. And don't you ever think that it's just existing. There are beings on those planets living same like how we on this dimension living. So don't ever be fooled by these thieves and these robbers. Things are always creating. Why you think now in this dimension, people born with these gifts of creating things? It's an extension. It's in our bloodline. It's in our ancestry. It's a continuation. This is why they always told us that nothing is new under the moon or under the sun. things were always creating. Things were always creating. Creation was always going on. But they want you to think that, oh, in those days it was just this and it was that, and people didn't have light and people didn't have the road and people, that's what they want you to think. I know for sure that I would never believe that rubbish no more. I know for sure. It's the same way now they're telling us about all these characters in the Bible, and there's no images to match with these people. And sometimes even if you see some images of these people, they're Caucasian. And it doesn't really matter to me what color it is. It doesn't resonate with my soul, and when it doesn't resonate with my soul, it means it's an illusion. It doesn't exist. It exists in their minds, but not in mine. That's what they want us to think. Cause see, they want to be the big guys, the big shots. Oh, we created the first this, we created the first that, we created the first. Everything was already created. It's just an extension of creation, and things getting more modernized. You think this is the only dimension you have planes? You think this is the only dimension you have things that is created? You always hear about UFOs and those spacecrafts. They're not invented here. And I know for sure that that isn't an illusion. I know for sure that these UFOs and these spacecraft, it's not an illusion. It's not an illusion because my soul knows, because I see these things for myself. And I know that what I saw isn't an illusion. I saw what I saw and I know what I saw. So how long? How long? Not for long. Because remember, we are the chosen, we know everything. I always tell you, everything is me and I'm everything. And we know these things. We are the creators. We were always inventing things. We were always inventing things. Our ancestors were always creating things. But these robbers, they stole everything. I told you before, just notice these scribes, these Pharisees, what they did, they walk around with scrolls. Whenever they hear the chosen speak, whenever they hear the divine being spoke, they wrote it down. Writing down our wisdom, writing down our knowledge. Because they had a plan. Remember what they said? They come in peace when they meant they came in war. This is why it's so easy for the chosen to just take up a device, a phone, a computer, and just speak naturally from within. Because everything is within, and we know everything. But how long they gonna fool the masses? How long?